Okay, here's your quick start guide for using WeVideo. In order to access it, the first thing you're going to do is head to Schoology, and on any of your courses, you have the app connected by the district. So on the left-hand side, scroll down, and at the bottom, you'll see WeVideo. Give that a click, and this screen is going to pop up. Alrighty, so here is the dashboard for WeVideo where it's going to start. If you're creating a new video, you're going to start right here, and this is going to take you to the main editing page. It'll ask you where you want to save it. I think the default is just called My Project, and you can just use that. It doesn't matter. And then click Start Editing. So here is where a preview of your video is going to be, and down here is where your video and audio tracks will show up. If you want to have an image in the background, you can just drag anything that you want on the screen into the video slot. I can preview it by pressing play. If you want to use any of their stock footage, you can, but obviously you don't have to. If I want to delete an element, I can just hit the trash can. Stock media is one option. You also have My Media, and this is the stuff that you record or you upload. So you can, import photos that you already have saved to your computer. You can record your screen, or you can record a narration, and we'll get to that in a second. The other options are text. So if you want to add different text elements, you can. So maybe I want to include an intro, right? So I can stick this in video. I can preview what it's going to look like. And then if I want to change the text, which obviously I do, I'm going to double click. And so maybe this is a how to use WeVideo video. Save my changes. And so now I go back to the beginning, I'm previewing, and it works. All right. You also have an audio file bank. So they have a bunch of music here. You probably recognize this from Wolf TV. Okay, so any of these you can drag into the audio file section. If you want to make the music louder or softer, you can. You can just drag this little button here. But of course, you don't need to add any sound effects at all if you don't want to. You can add transitions and backgrounds, but we're going to keep it pretty simple for now. So My Media is probably where you want to start. And let's say you have a Google Slides presentation that you want to share with students. So to do that, you would click Record. I'm already recording, so hang on a second while I give you some screenshots. All right, so once you hit record, it's going to ask you if you want to record from a webcam, your screen, or both. If you choose both, it's going to do a picture-in-picture type thing. You want to choose screen if you're doing this with a Google Slides or a PowerPoint presentation. Once you click screen, it's going to ask you what microphone you want to use. Just use the default. You don't need to get fancy. Your computer already knows what microphone it wants to use. And then after you pick your audio source, it's going to have you choose what screen you want to share. So you can share your entire screen, or you have the option of sharing an application window, which is what I am doing, but don't worry about that. You probably are going to want to choose to use Chrome tab, because this way you can select just one tab, and that could be the tab that you have your slideshow open in, and then that's all students can see. They can't see the rest of the tabs that you have open at the time. Once that happens, it's going to give you a countdown and then a notice that your screen is currently sharing. And then when you're done sharing your screen, you're going to click the button at the bottom that you can see that says Stop Sharing, and that is going to end your recording. Okay, when you're done recording, it's automatically going to show up here in video 1. It's also automatically going to have the audio file embedded within this. So at this point, you can move the cursor anywhere in your video, click play. Let's say you screw up somewhere and you need to edit out a section. Click on the video file, and then wherever you want to edit it, you can click the scissors button. So let's say right there, I started to screw up and then I ended right here. And so I'm going to click scissors again. And now I can take out, like I just click on it and then click the back or press the backspace button on my keyboard. And that is going to take out the part that I screwed up. But I don't actually want to take it out because that would ruin my video. And that is it. That is really all you have to do. When you're finished, you're going to click the finish button up here. It's going to ask you if you want standard or high definition. I always just use standard because ain't nobody got time for anything else. I would click this. It's going to automatically save it to a folder in your drive called WeVideo, so you always have access to an MP4 of what you've created. And then if you have a YouTube channel that you want to upload it to, you can click that as well. It's going to ask you to link your YouTube account with your WeVideo account to do that. So once you've done that, you're going to click export, and then you are done.